we got to start right where you left off with your owner. And for those of you that didn't see, we're just going to give you a little snippet of what he did on the radio. It's the radio show. That's the Dallas radio show. He calls
the Dallas radio show, Sean. The Dallas radio show.
And he went after them. So let's go ahead. We're going to play this clip real quick.
Okay. So, Jerry, 1970, a little different from this past off season in building the team we're talking about today, which there was a lot of criticism that you guys didn't add, didn't spend, and don't add and don't spend, and are not aggressive enough with some of the problems that are still haunting the Cowboys today that we see play out on the field. That's the point of talking about the offseason.
Oh, I remember those criticisms very well. Okay, so what?
Are they playing out to be accurate?
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is, it seems like
Listen, let me tell you what I'll do. Let me tell you what I'll do about it. I will let us sit down and look at the decisions we've made over the last several years. Okay? I'll look at it. Now, if you think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over a radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't, and I don't even want our listeners to listen to me, to talk about, this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
why. Job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Jerry,
okay. Y'all really think you're going to sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong and without going over the rights?
Well,
now, listen, we both know we're talking to a lot of great fans and a lot of great listeners. And I am very sorry for what happened out there Sunday. I'm sick about what happened Sunday. Now, I'm not talking to these yahoos on the end of this phone. I'm talking to you, the fans that are listening this morning. And we can spend a lot of time going over zigging and zagging. One of the stupidest things I've ever done that anybody has ever analyzed is by the Cowboys. It was an idiot that did that. So idiot things can turn into good decisions. Okay? Smart things can turn into bad decisions. The facts are that when you make one, you don't really know whether it's going to be good or not at the time. So let's just go ahead. I'm trying to answer your questions, man. You want some conversation this morning? You're getting it.
Jerry Jones here on The Fan.
Jerry, you're delusional, man. You're delusional. If you think that you're going to go on a Cowboy show where there's Cowboy fans voicing these concerns, there are concerns. Now, the Dak thing, y'all can get rid of it because at the end of the day, he's going to play. What are you going to do, Jerry, to make it work? We got exposed bad on Sunday. And not only are we getting exposed, the good teams with good running games are beating us so bad, Sean, that we need to make adjustments. I wouldn't even care if you got a big name on defense, but it's something we need. We got the fastness. That's not the problem. What we don't have is the strength. We don't have anybody with no girth. We don't got no big dudes. We need people to be able to knock you down. Our offensive line is, Zach Martin put up the worst numbers in his career. Their defensive line ran all over our offensive line. There are questions that are going to be asked to you, Jerry, and the world would like to know what you plan on doing it. What do you plan on doing? Because at the end of the day, you can't be the owner, the GM, everything else, the spokesman, and get upset when people are going to call you out on what is needed. The Cowboy fans want to know. I want to know. But Sean, what you think about that madness?
Bruh, look. Nay, I was just going to let you go in because
It pissed me off. It pissed me off because you as an owner need to stop thinking about your pockets. Yes, we're still the richest franchise in sports history. There is no other team that is more valuable than our team. So if you think, Jerry Jones, that you don't get to get asked tough questions, man, you better get off your high horse, man. Get off your high horse. Answer these damn questions. You said all in. Did I say all in, Sean? No. Did Sean say all in? No. You said all in, Jerry. We don't go all in, and we still got these damn holes that are exposed from last year. Our defense was bad last year against the run. You got one player in the offseason. Kendricks, he's good, but you knew we needed more than that. The running game is still running all over us. Sean, they're pissing me off. The defense is still bad.
Yeah. I can, look,
you thought Diggs was going to come back and be the great hope. No, it didn't happen.
No.
Diggs is getting ran all over out there. George Lewis talking all that trash last week. Where were you this week? We need answers, and if you're not going to give it to us, Jerry, then you need to step down. Respectfully. Because GMs are working their asses off to fix the problem. And if we're relying on your old-ass eyes and your old-ass mind to fix the problem, we got an issue.
But look. Let me say this, because hey, Joseph saying you speaking straight facts. But me, Sidor said something that I think is interesting, because somebody else told me this. In the first 4 or 5 years that Jerry was owner, he got 3 titles. Since then, the only thing the only thing he cares about is the brand. So could you say that maybe Jerry? I mean, you guys are winning. You know, you're 12-5 year after year. I mean, all he cares about is people talk about the Cowboys.
But we know what's going to happen. You could be 12-5, Sean, but when you're going to go up against the top 14 in the league, you know you're not good against the top 14 in the league, and it's proven it. We have the tougher schedule now due to the fact that we did so good 3 years in a row with 12-5. They can't keep giving us tomato cans. You can't keep relying on the NFC East when you got Washington finally showing up to the table. It doesn't make any sense. You're not a good GM. Be an owner. Be quiet like the rest of the owners. Let the GM do it. Because in that way, you won't get all upset, Jerry, when they're asking you questions that need to be answered. You're not doing. Now, I am not going to act like Jerry is not good at the draft. He is very good at getting a draft player. The problem is that's not all you can do. These other teams are showing you that's not all you can do. You can't just ride with the draft. You got to be out there hungry. What's up, Nate? You got to be out there hungry like the rest of them. You got to be out there trying to make something work. And if you're, by God darn it, if you're not going to have the best offensive mind, coach, get Mike McCarthy off of calling them daggone plays, man. How many times Ezekiel Elliott had to run into a wall before you realized it wasn't going to work for the whole first quarter? It just pissed me off, man. But Jerry, you on the top of my list because you act like you cannot be talking. You have to be able to give the answers because you're the end all be all with the team. Yo, what Nate, what'd you say? So who's responsible for these decisions? Jerry Jones. He's got to be the one. If you're going to be the GM, it would be the GM's responsibility. GMs pick the daggone players. You're picking everything. You're making all the decisions. So when stuff ain't going right, and it hasn't been going right for over, I mean, damn, me and Sean were little.
Years.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I am sick of being a good regular season team, and now we're losing that name. Come on. Like, it's pissing me off. But for Jerry to get up there but see, Nate, that's what I'm talking about. They're not going to do that. They're not going to challenge Jerry because Jerry is the one that writes the checks. And until Steven gets the reins, which won't happen until I'm pretty sure Jerry goes on to glory. But until Steven gets the reins, I guarantee he's not going to run it that way because you're not good enough.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to
so smarter, Sean. Smarter.
I know. But look, shout out to Ulysses Cox. What up, Ulysses? How you doing, bud?
What's up,
He said
Ulysses?
Jerry can't give up control. That's it. He like you said, he's not going to give it up till you pry it from his cold, dead hands. He's not going to give it up.
We're getting new minds, Sean. That's my point. Like, I'm not dating older people. I love old people. The problem is the times have changed, just like everything else in the world. Jerry, you cannot still be the guy picking the players when teams are getting rid of GMs every year, every other year. We got to get the newest offensive guru or our defensive mind, some GM that knows the game, that's able to keep up with the current things that are happening. You think you're going to be able to ride the draft, and that's it. But, Jerry, don't piss me off with this.
So, look, I see Dak getting crucified. Look, Dak didn't do much to help himself yesterday, but this I disagree with vehemently. Derrick Henry would have absolutely helped. They don't have any type of run game in Dallas.
None.
If they had a run game, this thing would be completely different.
Derrick Henry giving you 100 yards a game. You think that we wouldn't take 4 running backs that we have right now combining for less than 50?
Yeah.
For Derrick Henry, you don't think that would help? He helping y'all.
Look, Colin said, I love old people too, Janae.
No, I'm not going to let you move on from that, Sean. Nate, he's helping y'all. So what makes you think he can't help us? Oh, cut that noise, man. And all people on Dak, yes, he is not throwing 5 touchdowns a game. But damn it, are we looking at the pieces? Are we looking at the offensive plays? He did bad this last game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He did bad.
That years to come crap.
But that is
that
not
years to come
all
out of
on
here,
Dak.
These fans
did not do his part. But either did any of the other 24 men that play on the field. 22. It's 11-11. Nobody.
Yeah, I'll agree with the top part of this about he's the owner, GM, and coach. He's Mr. Be-All. This whole we're going to be on top of the division for years to come. And pump your brakes because we still got major issues. But yeah, he definitely is not going to let that control go. He's going to keep that as far as
man.
He should have definitely kept Quinn. But look, we got to move on, Janae, because I can't do this to you.
I know they beating me up. They bashing me.
They coming at you in these comments.
I'm ignoring it. Look,
Ulysses said he's a super old version of Dan Snyder. Well, Dan did come to him for advice, so yeah.
Just pray for my team. I know most of you guys are rooting for us to lose anyway. I've never seen so many Dak Dallas haters this year, but I'm okay with it. It's our time to feel the heat. Let us feel it. Hopefully, it'll make Jerry so uncomfortable that he decides that he needs to step down. That's what I'm hoping.
We with you. We with you.